Hey guys, I'm going to make bacon and egg pie for lunch for work this week. It's one of my favourite things to make. So I've got my dish here, all my ingredients, my pastry. My dad makes his own, but that's what it is. I've got some bacon, just some shoulder. I've got lots of eggs, because I do mine with heaps of eggs, because it's bacon and egg pie and lots of bacon. And I've got milk. The other thing is you put salt and pepper and things like that, so to taste. So I'm just going to start by putting the baking paper down. So some people pre-bake the pastry and all that stuff, but I don't. Just enough to cover it so that, oh, it's noisy. So that basically when we put the pastry in, it doesn't stick. I'm actually thinking I have heaps, so I might even get a bigger tray. Yeah. Let's have a look. See if I can find the other tray. Nah, it's only for lunch. You can change your mind when you cook. I might just have some leftover pastry, but that's okay. So I just get the sheets. I get savoury pastry. I mean, you can get puff if you want, but I prefer it this way. So now I just place the pastry. So here's one piece. And just kind of like that on one side. Yeah. Oh, that helped to move baking paper over a bit. Just making this look awkward like usual. This is one of my favourite things to make. So there's one sheet and there'll be another sheet on the other side. And then you just got to build up the sides. So as you can see, there's a bit much. So I'm just going to slice along here. And that can be for one of the sides. So you just stamp it down. So you just start slicing levels of pastry and putting it around the sides. Because I like to have lots of pastry on the edge. It makes it easier as well. So as long as there's enough to put on the top, you just kind of match it together. Doesn't have to be pretty, as long as it tastes good, is my theory. Might need a bit more on that corner. There we go. So we got the bottom of our pie done. So this is what it looks like. Doesn't look pretty, but it'll taste pretty. So I'll put the pastry aside and open up the bacon. I put lots of bacon. None of the just one row of bacon crap. So I don't cook the bacon. I cook it in the pie with the eggs, and then you don't need salt and pepper necessarily until the end. So what I do is I just put layers of bacon. So this one's a 4, and then layer on the inside. And I do 3 layers of bacon because you actually want to taste it. And I just like that bit was bigger that time. So there we go. I have some bacon left over. Oh no, how terrible. So that's up there. So I'm going to move the baking paper. And let's do some eggs. So I do lots. So I don't just put the scrambled egg type thing. I also put eggs in it. So I'll show you. Just got to grab something. I always forget at least one thing. So these are beautiful fresh farm eggs from a colleague. Thanks, Gabby. Or Gabby's mum, really. So beautiful. So this does heaps of eggs. But so it makes 6 serves. So I'm going to save one because there's 5 days in the week. For if I'm ever having a bad day and need cheddar. So I'm going to do 8 for this part and probably the same. And I like big eggs to be at least 7s. Big eggs are better. My dad's trick, he taught me how to crack eggs. Just banging it with the back of a bread and butter knife. And then pulling them apart. I can't do it one-handed like Gordon Ramsay, but oh well. So this doesn't have to be like, so you can see there's all the eggs in here. I'm just stirring it. So you don't have to whisk it, you can just use a wooden spoon. So just as I'm mixing it, once it's mostly mixed, I add the milk. So I'm using Farmhouse because it's all that they had, which kind of works out because it has a bit of cream on top. So usually I put some milk and some cream. This way, I've got both in there. So it needs to be like a nice yellow colour. Looks right to me. And it does set. So let's just pour this in. So it covers all of the bacon. And then this is the fun bit. I put whole eggs in. So you get the mixed egg, then you get the egg white and the egg yolk. So you just take an egg, crack it carefully in. And I try and do one per person. Yeah, don't do it like I just did. But it worked. I didn't get any shell in it. It was just a hot mess. So I love making this for picnics. Sometimes if I just want a comfort meal. So I'm probably going to do 8 eggs as well. So lucky I got 2 dozen from Gabby's mum. Because, yeah. This is what I'd make for a romantic date. For me, a romantic date is a picnic at the Speedway, and bacon and egg pie could be romantic. I have to show you the things I make for picnics one day. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can count. Probably one more. So you can do as many as you like, and it's trying to like evenly spread it out so that everyone gets an egg. And because I'm making this for lunches and going to freeze some, because you can freeze it after it's cooked. So that's got it, all the eggs and everything. Because the bacon's salty, you don't have to salt it. But I'm going to put some pepper and salt, a little bit. again, I always forget stuff. Here's the salt and pepper, it was in the lounge. So just a smidge. Some people put vegetables, some people put all sorts in it. But actually, I keep it pretty plain. Just some salt and pepper. Now's the fun bit. Pastry on top. So you just lay it on. This is the hard bit. And crimp the sides. So you can see that there'll be some spare because you don't have to use the whole side, which will help with the sides of it. Oh, free egg wash. Didn't have to use my brush. This is a rustic one. Now I'm just going to put a bit more on the sides here. That side seems alright. Yeah, that side's okay. Let's just break it up. And the bits that need more pastry. Doesn't look pretty, but it tastes pretty. That's the important thing. Then you make air holes. So I just kind of stab. So this takes about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour till the pastry's golden, everything's cooked inside. I just put it in the oven on 180. And yeah, this has gone a bit everywhere, but that's okay. I can just use the brush it along and get free egg wash. So it's egg on top. It's kind of will seep out, but who cares? Like, it tastes good. Yeah, this is how I do it. So I'm just you can put it in with the oven hot or cold, doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put it in the oven. And I'll put some pictures of what it looks like after. So I'm going to be having really yum lunches for work for the next week. Excited. So I ended up using all of the pastry. So I used to use a different dish and would have spare, but actually now this is a good way of doing it. So I'm just going to clean up. Yes, I'll do the dishes, Dad, I promise. So yeah, that's a bacon and egg pie. It's a Kiwi classic. I love it. Sometimes I'll make it for a treat for lunches. It's quite good. So I'll just clean up my mess, have a coffee and chill out. And later this evening I'm going to do wonton noodle soup. Yum! See you guys later. Yeah, if you ever want recipes, just message me and I can put the amounts, but you can watch along and do it. But yeah, you can personalize it however you like, but this is how I like to do it. So see you guys this afternoon.